Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I've had this one for a bit. I didn't want to rush and make a video, but I also don't really need 20 minutes to cover it, so here's a quick take that took a while to get to. But before we get into that, don't forget to check this great discount for it. You can find the link in both the video description and the top comment below. Alright, enough talk, let's get right into it.
To get things started, let's hear from our first reviewer.
This reviewer was genuinely surprised by the solid construction of this bicycle. It feels very sturdy and capable of handling a rider of a decent size, both in weight and height. It is true that the bike is compact, but it also has some heft to it. After a bit of straightforward assembly, attaching the fenders, seat, handlebars, pedals, and brake light, our reviewer was immediately impressed with the overall design and functionality. Everything worked perfectly right out of the box, and the packaging ensured it arrived in pristine condition. The power assist feature is something this client really appreciated. Unlike some electric bikes with multiple confusing levels, this one has a simple, single setting that provides just the right amount of boost. It perfectly matches your pedaling effort, preventing any strain. Our reviewer actually wishes their larger electric bike had a similar system. The cruise control is another nice touch, engaging after holding the throttle for a few seconds and disengaging with a brake or acceleration change. You can easily turn the power assist off altogether if you prefer a traditional cycling experience. The power button is conveniently located on the hand grip, eliminating the need for a key. A key selling point for this individual was its portability. The ability to easily fold it up and store it in the trunk of a car, avoiding the hassle of bike racks, was a big plus. This client isn't a competitive cyclist. They simply enjoy riding for leisure and don't need excessive speed. The 15 miles per hour top speed is more than sufficient for this bicycle's size. Finally, the reviewer believes that this bike is a superior option to an electric scooter, offering more comfort and stability. In their opinion, it's essentially an electric scooter with the added benefits of a seat and pedals, creating a very well-rounded and enjoyable riding experience.
Awesome! Let's hear what our next reviewer has to share about their experience.
This reviewer had been searching for an electric bicycle that wouldn't break the bank, wouldn't hog space, and would be a breeze to ride. Well, this particular e-bike completely blew them away. Our reviewer actually owns 2 recumbent trikes, but this has quickly become their go-to ride. The assembly process was a piece of cake, and the reviewer emphasized that it's surprisingly lightweight and straightforward to use. It gets up to a speed that's perfectly adequate for their needs, and they mention they're approaching 65 years young. A clever addition was a used bike rack, salvaged from another bicycle, which they attached to the seat stem. This allows them to easily carry essentials like snacks, water, sunscreen, and bug spray. At around 160 pounds, this client is well within the e-bike's weight capacity, so it handles them and their gear with ease. What's also appealing is the option to ride it like a regular bicycle without engaging the electric motor, offering a good leg workout. If you're in the market for a simple and affordable electric bicycle, this reviewer truly believes you'd be hard-pressed to find a better option. They did their homework before making the purchase, and they consider it one of the best decisions they've made. Overall, it's proven to be an incredibly handy vehicle to have around.
Great! Now let's see what our next reviewer has to say about their experience.
This reviewer, a taller individual with some recent injuries, was looking for an electric bike that offered superior suspension and ease of use, even when not relying on the motor. Apparently, this bike really delivered on those needs. The fat tires and full suspension make navigating bumps and curbs a breeze, smoothing out the ride considerably. Our reviewer, being an experienced electric bike user, did note that the assist mode felt a bit rigid, locking into specific speeds. This took some getting used to, as it wasn't the typical gradual assistance one might expect. Also, at higher speeds, a bit of a bouncy feeling could be detected, even on relatively smooth surfaces. However, this bike impressed in other areas. It tackled hills with ease, showcasing surprising power and an overall fun riding experience. The battery life also exceeded expectations. Even with a heavier rider relying heavily on motor power, the battery lasted a good distance and recharges are fast. After a month and 60 miles, the client reported the bike continues to perform well, only requiring a tightening of some screws. The reviewer did notice some minor squeaking, but nothing bothersome while riding. The only downside after extended use appears to be a slightly reduced battery range after the initial charge, along with limited handlebar height adjustment, an odd seat tube size making replacements difficult, and a less than responsive throttle. Despite these minor drawbacks, the overall impression remains positive, with the reviewer describing it as a worthwhile purchase.
That's it for this one. If you found this helpful, tap that like button and subscribe for more. Got thoughts? Questions? Let's talk in the comments. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.